working your fishing plan on the Backcast. I was on the Yuba River with PJ Bach, who's Bach fly fishing, and he talked a little bit about planning and how to look at a certain section of the river and plan out how you're going to fish it.
Because the Yuba River has the hatches that they do, a lot of the bugs are bank-oriented bugs where they crawl to the bank to hatch, or they'll fall in from the bank. So a lot of the trout in the Yuba River are really bank-oriented. So, before I even get in the water, I'm gonna take some runs right through here, 6 inches of water, to see if I can find anything. There probably isn't anything in 6 inches of water, but it's just a good rule of thumb before you even get your feet wet, just to take a couple of drifts just to see if there's anything in there, especially on the Yuba. Like I said, they're all really bank oriented. When I'm fishing the Yuba in my drift boat, most of the time we have the drift boat in the middle of the river and we're fishing to the banks. It's not like other rivers where you're fishing to the runs. Here we're fishing to the banks. Yeah, so the thing I love about the Yuba is that there's so much of this style gravel. I mean, if you look out on the banks here, that's what's underneath the water. So a trout can hide behind any one of those rocks. A trout could be anywhere in this water. Now, there's not going to be a trout everywhere in this water, but there could be a trout everywhere. And so the way I like to fish the Yuba is fish it like a grid. Pick a 5 foot by 5 foot or a 10 foot by 10 foot section and fish that completely. And then pick another 5 foot or 10 foot by 10 foot section and fish that completely. And make sure when you take those slivers, make sure you have a few different types of water within that sliver. So make sure you've got pockets and you've got runs and you've got the big pool or whatever. Make sure there's a little bit of variety in there. Once you find where the fish are hanging out in the different kinds of water, generally you'll be able to target them across the entire river in that general kind of water. So if they're hanging out in pools or if they're hanging out in the buckets behind the big rock, generally that's where you'll find them in the rest of the river. If you find them out here in this kind of rip-rap is what I would call this kind of stream bed, that means that's the kind of water I'd be fishing the rest of the day.
I love the detail and the in-depth analysis from PJ Bach. He's with Bach Fly Fishing. He's a guide in Northern California. He does the Feather, Sacramento, the Hat Creek, and the Yuba River, as well as several small streams in the area. Really knowledgeable. Does drift boat as well as walk and wade fishing. Kind of really goes in depth in terms of, he teaches people if they want to be taught, and if they just want to catch a bunch of fish, he does that too. He knows a lot about the local area. He's grew up there, and so he has a lot of good information. If you want to get in touch with him, I'll put his website in the post here. You can also just reach out to us, shoot us a call, text, email, say, hey, I want to get in contact with PJ, and we'll hook you up. And we'll see you back here next time on the Backcast.